Well, hello, hello. It is our first Wednesday of June, and it is ReW WhO, and we have a repeat offender and good friend of our show, Mr. BaHaMa KiN.
Peace, man. What's happening?
You are such a peace man.
I learned it from you, ReW.
Oh, really?
See, you learn things.
Well,
attention.
we're going to learn a lot more in a second because today is June. It's already
4th.
June 4th. It's
June 4th,
It's
2014.
moving. It's moving quickly already, right?
Yeah, it's like a time machine.
So today happens to be National Cheese Day, and we have some cheese because it's also National Cognac Day. So we have cheese soaking in the cognac for our guests today when they share a skeleton in their closet.
That's good stuff right
It
here.
is really good stuff.
Absolutely.
And I look forward to sharing that with all of you. And maybe you can go try it at home because it's a pretty yummy invention, trust me.
Yes, it works. Works good.
It's good. So it's also, today is the 60th anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's coronation, and it was commemorated by thousands at Westminster Abbey 1 year ago today.
1 year ago today.
That's what I think of when I think of the Queen.
Money, there it is.
Woo! Yeah, I mean, wow.
It's like Pink Floyd.
Money. Yeah, compared to the Queen, right? Exactly. A pop concert celebrating the Queen's Diamond Jubilee takes place at Buckingham Palace, featuring Stevie Wonder, Sir Paul McCartney, Robbie Williams, among others, 2 years ago today.
Oh my goodness.
So that
2
was
years.
2 years ago was the concert celebrating the Diamond Jubilee,
Right.
and then 1 year ago was the 60th anniversary of her coronation.
Okay.
So, I mean,
So you're talking about time going by fast. See?
that was
2
like
years.
Yeah. And then what else happened on
Awesome
this date? This is all about June 4th. Jackie Mason, Politically Incorrect, closes at the Golden New York City at 347 performances on this date. Now, Politically Incorrect, doesn't someone else use that title? Doesn't Bill Maher use Politically Incorrect?
Yes, he does.
See, he took it
He
from
does
Jackie
say that.
Mason.
See, you learn it here
Did
in
you
the
know
ReW
that?
show, folks.
Did you know that
See?
show?
You know now.
Yeah, Jackie Mason had that title
That's
first.
Right. You're right.
I love you, Bill Maher, but you're a plagiarist, which doesn't surprise me
See?
because so am I.
That's it.
I love that.
Put a little red stamp on that.
Yeah, we all do it.
We got you.
We all do it. We all do it. Yeah, I love Bill Maher
That's
though.
right.
He's so awesome. Pope John Paul II, on this day in 1991, compares abortion with Nazi murderers.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Come on, Pope. That's why he's not the Pope anymore.
It's on the end of the road.
The new Pope, though, he's cool. Everybody
he's
likes
okay.
this new Pope.
And he seems like,
He's like a rock
he
star.
listens. He'll listen.
And he's up
It's
with
important
his
for a
thing.
pope to listen. You know?
It's really cool, the new Pope. Nothing against you, Pope John Paul II,
Right,
but
right.
come on. This one is with it.
Right.
And, the other ones, if they want to keep those popes around,
Yes, that's true.
we need a
That's
hip
true.
Pope.
And
And
he kind of
finally,
seems to fit in there. Let's hope he sticks with it.
Yeah.
He's got to be the Beatle album.
I just wonder, I don't even want to say it. I'm not going to say it. I wonder what his parties are like.
We'll
I
find
wonder
him
if
on
he's
YouTube.
eating some cheese and
Get the
cognac.
cheese. We're going to send him a cheese.
Exactly.
We're going to send the Pope
Just
some
in the
cheese.
cognac, exactly.
That's right.
Greyhound Bus filed for bankruptcy on this day in 1990.
Wow. With
Now-
all the money they make.
I guess nothing happened. They're still in business.
Oh, now they got more buses, though.
Now,
They must have won.
they won. Exactly. It didn't
When
hurt
they got
them.
money, all of a sudden they got 5 times as much.
They just didn't have to pay their taxes that year. Isn't that why? I thought that's why people filed bankruptcy.
It's because they make so much money that they can't get rid of them. They need them.
Yeah. New York Telephone Company announces on this day in 1990 that it wants Bronx area code 917.
917.
Go figure. That was supposed to be the Bronx's area code,
Right.
but cell phones were becoming too popular, so they took it.
No, they
They
gotta
said, sorry,
stand that
Bronx,
up.
you get
Sorry.
718. You do not get
The
917.
vote we never saw, but it happens to be lost. So.
Yeah. Dr. Jack Kevorkian, I love that man,
Oh, he's
assisted
scary, that
an
guy.
Oregon woman to commit suicide on this date,
You think you can do it?
beginning a national debate over the right to die in 1990 on June 4th.
On this day.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a tricky subject that we're working in.
He like balances right on the edge of the law. You know, he just seems.
No, he doesn't.
You know,
He got in a lot of trouble for that.
Well, how much time did he get?
I don't know.
That much, right? What did he get? A couple years.
Well, he was old. You
They
know.
took a couple stocks or something.
The Beijing
They
cop
got him.
shoots and wounds the Chinese premier Li Ping on this day. Wow. Eastern Europe's first somewhat free election in 40 years was held in Poland on this day, in June 4th, in 1989. Somewhat free election. I like how they word
somewhat.
that.
It's like,
Yeah, it's the somewhat free election
89.
in Poland. Yeah. The largest parade in Bronx history was on this day in 1989 to honor its 350th anniversary of being the Bronx.
There it is.
Yay!
Yeah.
I was born in the Bronx, I have to say. I never lived there, but I was born there. And it holds a very, you know,
That's where the sunshine found you.
The sunshine?
Yeah, the sunshine found you in the Bronx.
They did?
Yeah. Well, I don't. There's only one sun.
Yeah, and it's worldwide, right? Bruce Springsteen releases Born in the USA on this day in 1984.
Yes, that's a good album.
You like that one?
I do. I like Bruce's stuff.
I like him too. I mean, you
He
know.
braved it, you know, and he never stopped.
I like Rosalita.
I like people that don't stop.
Rosalita,
Right.
you know that one?
No.
Jump
the
a
song,
Little?
yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
my
yes.
favorite one. The 54th National Spelling Bee, a little girl named Paige Pipkin. She wins spelling sarcophagus. Can anyone spell that? Does anybody know what that is?
That's a band name, man.
Can anyone spell it?
S-A-R-P-H-O-G-U-S.
Wait, say it again?
S-A-R-P-H-O-G-U-S.
Sarcophagus. You're close.
Sarcophagus.
Say it again?
Sarcophagus.
S-A-R-P-H-O-G-U-S.
You're missing the co. Sarcophagus.
S-A-R-C-O-P-H-U-S.
There you go. There you go. All right. You got a smart one. Now, do you know what it means? Can you use it in a
I
sentence?
think that's, isn't that in here somewhere? Like in the,
Well, that's esophagus.
it's esophagus.
That's how I do memorize.
Sarcophagus.
What is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
10-cent beer night in Cleveland. Unruly
10 cents,
fan. An unruly fan stumbled onto the field on this day and caused the Indians to forfeit the game to the Rangers with the score tied at 5-5 in the ninth in 1974.
On this day.
My God, June 4th, yeah. On this day, June 4th, Angela Davis, yay, the black activist, was acquitted of killing a white guard.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Now, they're like, you know, they let her go.
Angela Davis. Who doesn't
They're
love
like, you
her?
know, back to the hill.
She talked at my daughter's school. My daughter,
Well, you know, I
she's
guess,
like,
right, did she?
yeah, everyone. She's got the aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're born with that.
Take this because I'm always laughing at
Good
her.
born.
There you go.
Hello. Check.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Hey, it woke
you
me
know?
up too. Hello, folks.
There you go. All right. The Beatles released the Ballad of John and Yoko, Old Brown Shoe, in the U.S. on this day. Do you know what year? You should know, Ray. You know everything
It
like
was
that.
69.
Yeah!
Oh, it is 69.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, you got two.
It was
You got
69.
two. We're going to have to give you something.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna give it cheese.
Maybe it's cheese and National Cognac Day. So
I
we have
see.
cheese soaking in the cognac. For,
There's a
for
secret
our
choice
guests
of prize
today.
inside.
Jim loves cognac.
Who wouldn't love cognac?
That's
Come
right.
on.
That's right.
It's-
That's why they
it's-
invented it.
That's why it's Cognac Day for you, Jim. Did
That's
you
right.
know it was National Cognac Day? Well,
Take
now
your
you,
word for it.
June 4th, for always. Yes, I don't make this shit up. You know.
It's impossible.
Exactly. Nicky Hopkins quits rock and roll in the Jeff Beck group on this day.
What a thing to do.
Yeah.
Nicky was good. I mean, what are you doing? You know?
You don't know why. Maybe he had sarcophagus.
Jeff went solo. That's
Yeah,
it.
that might have been
Jeff
it.
went solo. He's like, uh-oh.
22-year-old man sneaks into the wheel pod of a jet.
Oh my God.
Packed
Right.
in Havana, Cuba, and survives a 9-hour flight to Spain
9 hours.
despite thin oxygen levels
I don't know
at
how they do that.
29,000 feet in 1969. He made it. Could you imagine wanting to
That is
leave
incredible.
so bad
That's
that
really
can you believe it? He made it. He freaking
Wow.
made it. They don't tell his name because he doesn't want to get
that
caught.
is like absolutely
Even
amazing.
though it's like 8 million years ago, but, you know, they know he did it. The Monkees take home an Emmy on this day for their outstanding comedy series.
Yes. No, I watched that. Come on.
Yeah, they
Money
did.
Cash.
Yeah, Monkees.
TV Beatles.
Batman and His Grandmother by Dickie Goodman hits number 70. Does anyone remember that song?
No.
Does anyone know Dickie Goodman?
No.
I just thought that, well, it hit number 70.
I don't know those.
So I wouldn't mind having it hit number 70 if nobody will even know it.
Hey,
But
whatever,
it must
you know,
be
hey.
something you get on a list somewhere,
They can
right?
send you a check. You could write this up.
That works. It's the royalties, baby. That
Hey
always
man,
helps.
anything goes. We take cheese, Subway tickets.
The Rolling Stones released Satisfaction.
Oh
on
man,
this
now
day.
there's an album.
Talk about cha-cha-ching.
That's an album though.
That's the. I think that the Rolling Stones are
That
the
song-
only people that song doesn't apply
They're still
to.
selling that song.
It's the
to
only
this
people.
day.
Exactly.
The jukeboxes are gone and they're still selling the song.
I know. I feel it applies to is Kate Middleton.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she definitely. Well, I don't know. Right now, she's having a tough time, I think. But
The
the
white light
Beatles.
around her.
The Beatles' world tour begins in Copenhagen, Denmark on this day in 1964. Wow.
It's a special day.
It always is. And there's so,
Gotta remember that,
so
June
many
4th.
Beatles. First transmission of Pop Go the Beatles on BBC Radio was on this day, the year before exactly of their world tour.
Okay.
Lee Harvey Oswald, who remembers him?
Yep.
He departs Rotterdam on SS Maasdam to the U.S. on this day. Do you think that they set that up? Did they pick him
I
over
don't know.
there?
That was
It's
like
kind of
that was
interesting that
they
he
never
comes from
solved it.
Rotterdam.
If it can't be solved, it's definitely a setup.
I mean,
So they can't prove that you know.
I mean, did he come up for his own
He's a
reason,
patsy.
or did they tell him to come? It was 1962.
They probably told him to.
So
the CIA.
63 was the year, right? So June to a year. I don't know.
That was
The Mickey
free
Rooney
thought.
Show, the TV comedy, last airs on this day.
Okay.
Mickey Rooney had a show. Capitol Records opens for business on this day.
They're like, okay, let's do this.
1942. George Eastman demonstrates first Technicolor movie in Rochester, New York on this day.
Huh.
Eastman Kodak, man. Johnny
Super
Weissmuller,
color.
we all know who he is, right? Original Tarzan. He was,
Well, Tarzan was
he
the
was
boss.
the
wasn't
original
he?
Mark Spitz.
Tarzan and Boyd and Jane.
And what's the other one? The one with the bong? What's his name?
Oh, that's Cheech and Chong.
No, the swimmer. What's his name?
Oh.
Caroline. Yeah, Michael
Yeah,
Phelps.
Michael
Oh,
Phelps,
Johnny
yeah.
Weissmuller. Johnny Weissmuller's the original. He set the
Okay,
swimming
you're right.
record in the 100-yard and 200-yard freestyle.
Yep.
On June 4th. I don't know.
I don't know.
June
He was
4th.
swinging on the.
Having a good
he was
time, man.
eating. Exactly.
You know, he had a couple cheeses.
American men on this day begin registering for draft in 1917.
I wasn't born yet.
First automatic washer and dryer was introduced on
June
this day.
4th. Wash and dry your
1907.
In 1907. So in 1908, they could like wash and dry their
Yeah.
clothes.
So it's been over 100 years?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And last night, I just happened to fall into Dweezil Zappa on White Swamp.
Yep.
Did you see that?
I didn't.
Did you see that? And
I
they
didn't get
don't,
to
they
see
don't
it.
use a dryer. It's like I
Oh.
only watched it because me and my daughter were talking
Right,
about Frank Zappa the other day, and we were like looking up everything about Frank Zappa.
Frank,
And
he's the boss.
then Dweezil's on with his freaking wife. That was crazy.
Oh man, right.
That's why we watched
He's
it.
out there getting that press.
Oh my God, they are like
They're great though.
they are great,
Absolutely
but
great.
they are
Genius.
Oh, it was. I'm not going to continue because I can talk about that. Henry takes his first Ford through the streets of Detroit on this day in 1896. Gosh, I wish the cars.
I wish
looked
I
like
lived in
that.
1896.
No, you don't.
Me and my guitar by a whole
They
chick.
didn't have the
Yeah.
washers and the dryers yet.
We did have apps that over in France.
Well, we didn't need those. They still got the river, you know,
But they probably
Abraham
had
Lincoln
cheese
hat
and
or something.
cognac.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
that.
they did.
Probably did have cognac back then.
I'm sure they did.
Yes,
Yeah.
they had that.
But if it was prohibition at some point, then
Who
you
cares?
had to make your own.
Make it in a tub.
My grandmother had a speakeasy on the Lower East Side during
See?
Prohibition. Yeah.
There you go.
I never knew her. Unseasonable hurricane hits New York City in 1825. So were they going to blame it on the global warming then?
Yeah, what's up with that? It was
1825,
colder.
yeah. White House completed and President
Wow.
and Mrs. John Adams moved in on June 4th in the year 1800. That's the first people living in the White House. I never knew that. This is why it's
That's
National
amazing.
Cheese Day.
I've been there. I've been
This
to
is
the Capitol.
it. This is probably why. And that's why I think it was National Cheese Day
Yeah.
in 1896.
Okay.
Roquefort cheese was created
Ah, Roquefort.
in a cave near
Roquefort.
Roquefort, France, in the year 1070.
Isn't Roquefort cheese?
I wonder if the Bin Ladens live in that cave.
If they got Roquefort cheese, they're in there.
They're in there, right? Angels, birthdays. It is Angelina Jolie's birthday.
On June 4th.
Nice.
Yeah, I always do that. Maleficent, of course.
That movie's amazing.
It's the perfect part
It's
for
an
her.
amazing
You
movie.
saw it?
Go see it.
Oh, I want
Go
Oh,
see
there
it.
you go.
It's so
We will.
good.
Check that out.
Robin Chesser. Yes, we love Robin.
Robin.
She's made food of the days for us, and she's an incredible chef and baker. It's her birthday today.
Very good.
Elle DeBarge's birthday is today. Michelle Phillips, we all know from the Mamas and the Papas, and she was also on Knots Landing.
Yes.
Yes.
She did have appearances
She
on that.
did. She had a
These
nice
extra little cards.
card.
That's
Yeah.
good as she deserved. They
I
did,
love her. I love the
Pay for
Mamas.
those cards.
I'm like loving the Mamas and the Papas more than I ever did. Like,
That's
make
cool.
your own
I like the
kind of
Runaways. They were good.
I like them too, but you know. Freddie Fender. You know
Freddie
who that is?
Fender, yes.
Feelings, that's the
Yes,
one
he
song
was a
I
good singer.
said you cannot play if I have a wedding. No, Feelings is not allowed to be played.
But before drop falls,
Yeah, I did that one.
before
It says
when the
Wasted Days.
teardrop
He
falls.
wrote Feelings,
Did
maybe.
he? Morris album.
Unless, you know, I don't know. I believe what I read, even though I don't believe what I read. John
But it was on
Barrymore.
June 4th.
John Barrymore Jr.'s birthday is today.
Okay,
If it wasn't for him, there'd be no Drew.
definitely, that's true.
Dennis Weaver's birthday is today. And people who passed away, angels. Ronnie Lane, the bassist of the Faces, passed away of multiple sclerosis at 50 years old.
Oh
That's
man,
the arms
no,
concert.
they did that. That was a great concert.
Kurt
See, I got
Adler.
the DVD.
Yeah.
That's super.
The Faces.
That they did it for him, and but it's sad that he left. Ronnie
It's
Lane.
called the Arms concert.
Yes, that's what it is. I think Jimmy Page.
Jimmy
was on
Page
it,
made
too.
his first
Nice.
Led Zeppelin.
That's what he did. The Stairway to Heaven.
Aw,
But if anybody gets to see that, check that out. That's awesome.
cool. Kurt
All for Ronnie
Adler.
Lane.
You know Kurt Adler, the therapist.
Um,
he's like, if you ever took psych classes, his name is.
Well, I don't have a therapist.
Well, he
I got
died
a
on
guitar.
this day. He's here with us today. Jack Guilford, if anybody remembers the Cracker Jack man.
Come
I
on, yeah, the
I
Cracker
met
Jack
him,
man. He was
actually.
cool, big, little prize.
He was friends with my cousins. And
Really?
Yeah,
You guys knew him?
We met him a couple times.
No
yeah,
kidding.
Yeah. Ayatollah Khomeini's birthday
Oh
is today.
man, I told him.
Yes, we all remember that man.
Yes, he was the first guy. He's like, didn't he keep everybody hostage? He's like, I wouldn't like to look
That's
back.
the one, yes, that's the one. Yes.
Why don't they stop that, man? Give peace a chance, like John said. Cut it out, man.
Exactly. Murray Wilson, the father of the Beach Boys, Brian, Carl, and Dennis passed
Murray.
away at this day
Oh,
at
that's sad.
55 years old.
Well,
And King Louis X of France died at 26 years old on this day.
that's pretty young.
That was a long time ago.
On
It's
June 4th.
1316.
In 1316,
Yeah.
June 4th, folks.
Yeah, June 4th. So
Oh my goodness.
that's enough of
Well-
this crap. And are you ready to meet some people now?
Absolutely,
All
let's do
right,
this.
so we will be
On the road
right
show.
back. Do you want to try one of these? Do you have a
We might as
skeleton?
well.
You got a little skeleton in your closet?
I got one right here.
What'd you
Yeah, it's all right.
Don't get all choked up.
I'm choking up here. On Easter parade back in, I think it was 67 or 8. My father got me some helium balloons and got our Easter basket and a little gerbil, small little gerbil thing. So
Where is this going?
this is my skeleton. So I had a helium balloon in the basket and I put the helium balloons on the basket and I tied some of the ribbon and I was letting them float and before you know it, the ribbon was gone and like they were like floating away. Right? I didn't really tell that a lot,
Oh, wow.
but that always made me feel bad. But they were, I mean, honest to God, they were like looking over the edge and like they were gone.
Have some cheese and cognac.
That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
This will forgive me of my sins.
Yeah, well, there you go. We celebrate those things on this show. Thank you, BaHaMa KiN. We'll be right
Thank you.
back. We'll be right back.
Ruin him.
All right.